taking our commerce class, and we are still on home trade, part 5. It has been 5 series on our home trade series. Please watch from part 1 till this present class. You understand the different trend in retail trading. Today we are going to take the final part of home trade. Yes, and we are going to talk about reasons why retail business may fail. What are some of these reasons that may make a retail business to fail? Whether large, small kind of retail business. What can cause the business to fail? A number of factors, about 10 of them. 1, lack of proper capital. 2, disaster. 3, underestimating cost of overhead. 4, negligence. 5, poor sales figure. 6, over expansion. 7, problems with the management. 8, economic condition. 9, fraud. Then 10, customer problems. Lack of proper capital. The more variety of goods you stock, the more sales you have. And when sales is high, turnover is always high. But when sales is low, turnover is always low. So, a business gets to a point, you need to put in huge amount of capital. But once the capital is not there to carry out business, it poses a big problem to the business owner, and that will make his turnover to be low because he could not stock variety of products or wide range of products, and customers' needs are not well met. Disaster like flooding, like fire, like tsunami, different kind of disaster, wind, armed robbery. This can cause the failure of a small retail shop, because when such disaster happens, everything you have will just go down, and at the end of the day, you are having little or nothing to fall back at. That's why in our business class, we talk about insurance. You can take up insurance scheme for your businesses. Fire insurance, marine insurance, depending on, but just insure your business for proper care. Underestimating cost of overheads. Overhead costs. When you underestimate it, it can be more than what you are having. Because for large, like for departmental stores, chain stores, that you are going to have wide space, everything is going to be spacious so that your goods will properly display. Cost of buying, cost of maintenance, cost of security. Before you know it, this cost might eat down into your profits. And at the end of the day, you find out that what you're making is less than what is coming in, or little profit is coming in that cannot cater for the day-to-day running of the business. Cost of generating light, staffing, rent, maintenance, those things can be more on the business, and then the profit you are making might not cover costs. Negligence. You have staffs that are not performing well. You see warning sign that things are not right, and you neglect them. At the end of the day, those things you neglect are those things that will hurt you in business. They are those things that will cripple your business. They are those things that are going to put the business to an end. So you don't neglect anything in business. You have to be on your tippy-toe to make sure everything is well documented, everything is recorded, and every action that is required to be taken immediately have to be taken. Don't procrastinate, don't postpone, don't neglect. Do things, take action, and work towards it. Poor sales figures. Like I said in the number 1, the more variety you have, the more customer needs you meet, the more profit you're going to make. But when this lack, the capital you have in business, things you are selling does not meet customers' needs, what happens? Your sales figures start dropping. And once your sales figures start dropping, your profitability start dropping. And once your profitability start dropping, every other thing you do is going to suffer, because you'll not be able to maximize costs. You'll not be able to scale through profitably. You'll not be able to take care of overhead expenses. You'll not be able to make profit as much as you used to. Now we have seen what poor sales figure can do, and over expansion, number 6. Every business needs to expand, but when the expansion is excessive, you open branches everywhere, you should know that there's going to be costs, overhead costs, maintenance costs, security costs, a lot of costs, staffing, a lot of expenses is going to come up. And once the expensive hits hard on your profit margin, and what you are gaining or what you're having is not enough to do this number of expansion, what happens? You go down into your capital and it starts telling negatively on the business. And once it starts telling negatively on the business, it's not good. We see some of the businesses out there that have expanded, and all of a sudden they start dying down, like some eateries that have been widespread at a time. Before you know it, their business start going down, and most of the branches they've expanded to will close down. That can be a problem for retail business. Problems with the management. If the management team, it's not well grounded, they are not doing their job as they ought to, it can cause problem for the business in its entirety. So the management team must be those who are ready to do the work, those who are ready to act promptly, those who are not ready to procrastinate. Once problem comes, they should solve it. But if the management team is bad, or if the management team embezzles, that kills the business. And so managerial job is really a big problem when it comes to retail business. Economic condition. For example, during the pandemic, during the COVID-19 pandemic, there was big problem. A lot of businesses closed down. Some were able to come back to operate their business after the whole stuff. Some were not able. For those who cannot come back, economic conditions have scrapped them off. Sometimes inflation rate in the economy or recession in the economy can just kill a retail business. Government laws, government regulation can equally kill a business. So a lot of things can actually make a business to collapse. The next one is fraud. Fraudulent activities can just kill a business. So if those who are managing the business became fraudulent, embezzle fund that is meant for the business, what do you think is going to kill the business? The managerial team or staffs or whoever that is involved in business, if they start stealing from the business, start embezzling from the business, embezzling fund that is meant to do things in the business, make the business grow, reinvest into the business, and they eat it up, the capital start going down, profits start going down, everything go down the drain, and at the end of the day, the business starts running at a loss. That can kill the business. So fraudulent activity, the management have to be very careful. Watch out for fraudulent activity. Put out those who are fraudulent. Make sure you employ trusted individuals. Make your underground work. Make sure there is appropriate measure to curb that so that your business will not fail. Then customers' problem. Taste change, branding change, economic standards changes. Make sure you are always having feedback out there from your customer. Know what they need. If things change, change. If there is need for you to rebrand, rebrand. If there is need for you to advertise, advertise. If there is need for you to give discount, give discount. Get to the root of the problem of the customers. That way you'll be able to know what your customers need, and you'll be able to provide solution to what their needs are. So these are the reasons why retail business fail: lack of proper capital, disaster, underestimation of overhead costs, negligence, poor sales figure, over-expansion, problem with the management, economic condition, fraud, customers problems. This can cause a retail business to fail. This will be it in a commerce class. Our next class will discuss foreign trade. We have wrapped up our home trade series, 5 series. Watch them over and over again. You have to get yourself acquainted with all the other series. Thank you for dropping by. Until I come your way next time. Thank you.